Good morning, or whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. So in my last review video, when I said I'd be doing more shoe reviews, what I kind of meant was more gear reviews in general. I'm not going to be reviewing a crazy amount of gear because I don't have the money to support that kind of thing. But I will be going over kit that I use regularly and why I use it. So to just get straight into it today, I'm going to be talking about the Kinder 10 litre race vest from Harrier Trail Running. I've had this vest since early summer 2021, so I'm going to be going over its features, its uses, and how well it's fared through all of the crap that I've put it through. Quick word on its current pricing and availability. So at the minute it is on sale, so if you're watching this in kind of November, December 2021, it is on sale for £54. Its normal price is £59, which is pretty competitive in the trail vest, race vest market, I think. One thing to be aware of is that the current iteration of the 10 litre vest is being phased out and a new version is coming into stock on the Harrier Trail Running website in the near future. So that's why it's currently on sale, basically. And it does also mean that there is limited availability in the red colorway. I think it's still available in every size in blue. So this review should still be helpful because the new iteration of the vest will just be this one, but better, essentially. I'm very confident from what I've seen of Harrier's products so far that they are just going to have improved on the vest, and that the next one will be even better, and when this one falls apart on me, I will be getting the newer one, basically. It is also worth noting that Harrier's products have a 1-year money-back guarantee if you are not happy with the product you purchase. So, features. Where to start? Firstly, the vest has just a ton of pockets. There's so many pockets. Possibly some people might find that a little bit difficult because there are just so many pockets, to the extent that there were a couple that I didn't even know existed until recently, and I've had the vest for over 6 months. But it does mean that there is just so many options for you for different sort of nutrition systems and hydration systems. There is basically every combination that you could probably want in a race vest or trail vest to suit your needs, basically. So the vest is advertised as being a 10 litre capacity. It is definitely more than 10 litres when you take into account all of the various pockets. The main compartment can quite easily hold a sizable water bladder, so if you need to go up to 2 litres on your water bladder, then you can get one in there and still get some other kit in there. I generally don't run with a water bladder. I use soft flasks in the front pockets, which it can hold 300ml, 500ml soft flasks really easily in the front pockets. If you do have a water bladder in the back, you can still fit general stuff that you're going to need up on the fells and trails, coats, emergency bivvy, first aid kit. You can get all of that in there perfectly comfortably. You have bungee cords on the back if you do need to attach anything to the outside. If you do have that main compartment extra full, for example, and you need to put your raincoat maybe on the outside, then bungee cord is going to be suitable for that. Or if you're the sort of person who keeps your waterproof map case or something on the outside of your pack, then you can probably fit it in the bungee cords. So loads of storage options for the main section of the bag, essentially. On the straps for the bag, there are two pockets, as I already mentioned, that can quite comfortably hold 300ml and 500ml soft flasks. There are extra pockets below that you can fit in bunch of snacks and bits and pieces that you might need easy access to while you're running or racing. And there are 2 kind of longer pockets on either side, which kind of run along your abs, obliques, I suppose, which you can fit, again, extra kit in. I often put my like gloves and hat, little bits and pieces like that in there, or extra food if I feel like I'm gonna need it. On each strap there is also kind of a smaller, longer pocket just above where you would generally store the soft flasks. These seem to be easily able to fit gel sachets if you want to keep gel sachets in there. I usually keep, at the minute anyway, a bit of hand sanitizer in one of them for races, because they usually want you to have hands sanitized regularly. So it's proving to be a little useful storage component for that kind of thing. There is also a waterproof zip pocket that you can fit probably most phones in, that's sort of tucked inside one of the kind of extra food pockets on one of the straps. So that's super useful. Probably won't fit everybody's phone, but you can get other stuff in there if you need to fit other things in there that you don't necessarily need super easy access to, but you just want to have close by. On the left-hand strap, there is also a whistle that comes attached to the pack, so you don't need to worry about having a whistle with you or buying an extra whistle, because the bag does come with one. There are multiple options for pole storage as well on the bag. You can store them on the back of the vest, in the two sort of bungee loops back there, or you can store them on the sides in a couple of different combinations. So however you like to store your poles, there are options. Essentially, I think there are 3 different options to fit basically most people's pole storage requirements. The vest does not bounce, or a very, very minimal bounce that I've experienced so far, and it seems to basically give no chafing whatsoever. Bear in mind, I have run 1 trail marathon and 1 ultra marathon with this vest, as well as a bunch of other like 4-hour long runs at various points over the summer. In terms of uses for the vest, I'd say it's good for anything over 1.5 hours. You're probably not going to need this amount of storage and versatility below that kind of time limit, but if you're going up to 4 hours and you're not like restocking at any point on the way, then yeah, this is going to basically carry everything you need, and it's going to be super useful if you're doing longer endurance events where you can restock, but you're going to be going for, you know, like 8 hours or more. Then yeah, super good bit of kit. Durability on the product so far has been pretty excellent. I've put it through its paces for sure. As I said, I've run a trail marathon in it and an ultra marathon, and I have done a lot of like really long runs and long days up in the hills to prepare for those things. So it's seen some wars. It has shown one bit of wear on the left hand side on kind of the main front pocket. It has unstitched a bit there, but that looks like a super easy repair, so I'm just going to stitch it back together myself. Anything else, there just doesn't seem to be anything else wrong with the vest at all in terms of durability. It's holding up fine, the stitching is all good everywhere else. I'm quite willing to put that one kind of fault with it just down to perhaps a little bit of faulty stitching, and I'm pretty confident that's not a common issue. And as I said, even if it is a common issue, the stitching fault didn't appear until I'd already done loads with this vest. I can't stress how much I've run with this and the kind of weather I've put it through, so I'm quite happy to just repair that myself. In conclusion, I basically have no problems with this product at all. As I said, the stitching issue, I'm just going to repair myself because I have put this through some ridiculous terrain and weather. So there's just nothing I can really complain about it at all. There aren't really faults with it. I know they're bringing out an updated version of the vest, and I can't imagine what they're going to make better, to be honest. So I'm kind of interested in getting a new one before this one wears out, just to see what they've managed to improve, because I don't see what they've managed or how they would have found anything to really improve on this one. It more than fills all of my needs as an endurance trail runner, and I don't have any complaints with it. It does everything I want it to, and everything I'll ever want it to do. So yeah, great bit of kit. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what other ridiculousness I can put it through before it does legitimately fall apart on me. All right, I hope that was useful for you, and I really hope it's given you a kind of positive view of the Harrier trail running brand. It's a brand I really like using. They're just great for trail running kit. They're just great. They're just amazing. Go check out their shop, buy stuff from them, because they're wonderful. I'm not like endorsed by them or sponsored or anything like that. I just really like their kit. It's great. Go buy it. So that's it from me for today. Yeah, as I said, I hope that was a useful review for you, and I will be doing stuff like this a little bit more regularly. Probably try and get a gear review out once a month, depending on what gear I have available to review. But that's the aim, a gear review once a month, and then other stuff in between that. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, feel free to hit subscribe and like the video. If not, then don't. Either way, have a nice day. Goodbye.